Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Thanks to Skylar Cole for that stirring rendition of our national anthem. And we'll be right back.
Put me on top, city on lock.
Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining us tonight, Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. And reporting from the sidelines, our very own David Aldridge. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at the Clippers. They like where they stand right now, perched in that topmost position. And, of course, there's the Warriors, a couple spots below.
And right now for the Clippers, they've gotten off to a terrific start this year. We knew they were capable of playing terrific basketball, and so far they have not disappointed.
Yeah, and there really hasn't been any feeling out process for them at the start of the season. They were in peak form immediately.
So with Westbrook on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Filling the 2 and 3, the core of George and Leonard. Huddling out there with P.J. Tucker, and it's Harden in at the 1. And for Golden State, the championship core of the Warriors is out there. Curry and Thompson in the backcourt, with Green working at power forward. Kevon Looney out there with Andrew Wiggins. Well, certainly some names on the floor, Greg, that we've seen in the NBA for many years. That in consideration, what kind of game can we expect with the grizzled group on the floor?
And Kevin, these types of games tend to be kind of methodical. Vets aren't afraid to give the ball up for a better look, and we should see a clean game here tonight.
Now here's Harden. Leonard inside, covered by Wiggins. Leonard, no luck. And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Clippers team.
And we saw how competitive and entertaining the season series was between these two terrific teams last year.
Both these teams are beneficiaries of tremendous coaching. Both have high hopes for the season. I expect to see a chess match tonight.
The Warriors shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. And the first one drops. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And load management, a term, Greg, that's been associated with the Clippers.
And Kawhi rightfully managing his return from ACL injury with care. It's harder to build chemistry when guys are out, but it's all about staying healthy for the postseason.
Now here's Leonard. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. We're about 1 minute into the first. Thompson, left side. That one, no good. George with the defensive effort. Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a loss to the Kings in Sacramento. Count that one.
Gorgeous. That pull-up jumper is simply gorgeous. Paul George rises above everyone.
Here's Curry. Paul George making his last shot. Here's Thompson. He is hauled in by Paul George.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
And he gets the bucket.
Well, you expect Paul George to either take it right to the cup or shoot the 3. You give up that in-between space, and he hits the mid-range.
And here are the Warriors now. Paul George making his last shot. Harden with the defensive effort.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
The Clippers shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
James Harden brings tremendous versatility. He can score it, he can distribute. Whatever you need from him offensively, he can provide it.
George against Thompson. Now, here is George. He's guarded closer. Good D by Thompson. The Warriors have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Curry against Harden. There's the pick. The three. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Yeah, and that one, their rebounding was the difference. Big disparity between the two teams.
That was a coach's dream, to get that kind of effort and intensity on the glass, and for it to pay those kinds of dividends, critical.
Now Thompson. Kawhi Leonard missing from long range. Good work there as it goes.
They needed that. Just 1 for 5 to start this ball game.
And so Harden will bring it up for the Clippers. George sets a screen for Harden. Knocked loose. To the inside. Plumlee, the pass to Harden. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. To the right side. Here's Tucker. And a miss there on the triple. The Warriors trailing. Outside Curry. A 3-ball. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
It is indisputable, not debatable. It's over. Stephen Curry is the greatest shooter who's ever lived.
Thompson against George. Tucker a screen. Shot clock at 6. George, no good. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Curry kicks to Wiggins. Looney passes to Thompson. Outside, Green. Back to Thompson. Driving inside. James Harden with the rebound. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, he does a lot of his work on the interior, more than people realize. Klay Thompson gets those calls because of his willingness to put himself in tough spots.
And he knocks down the first one. Each team has played more than just a few games. This deep into the season, Doris, is it too early to call a team or a player a surprise?
I think so, because the year is so long. So often we'll see a team in the first 20 games either outperform or underperform what we expect, and they'll usually find their level. Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. To see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Look at the Clippers. They're playing really well, moving up now to the top spot in our rankings.
Well, right now for the Warriors, they love the situation they're in right now, playing very well, but looking ahead, they know there's still a lot left to prove.
Clippers trail by 4. Here's Powell. He's usually able to provide some lift to his team, averaging 6 points a game.
Wow, with contact in the restricted area, Norman Powell, pretty play.
And a few seasons ago, Norman Powell was hopping around the NBA from team to team.
You know, remarkably, Kevin, though his locker and location may have been changing, his play was consistent through that stretch and beyond. Here's a player who can know his game and he can deliver scoring punch wherever he is.
For 3, Westbrook, good on the three-point shot.
You love the quickness that Russell Westbrook gets into in the catch-and-shoot opportunities. Rise and fire, young sir.
Passes it to Looney. There's the pick. The drive by Paul. Back to Looney. 1:05 left in the first quarter of the game. Wiggins finds Paul. Clock at 6. Leonard with the steal. No, that's good. Powell's got his second bucket tonight.
Always amongst the league leader in steals, Kawhi Leonard knows how to start a fast break.
46 seconds left to play here in the first. Looking to end the run. Rebounded by Tucker.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question, he altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Now here's Westbrook. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Just 5 on the clock. The Warriors pull it in. Paul looking over the floor. Thompson outside, driving in. Shoots over Powell, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Clippers ahead. They're up by 3. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
So with Harden on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Ivica Zubac is out there with Powell. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Bones Highland. And it's Westbrook in at the 2. Now, here's George. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Sacramento.
And the other thing, guys, he really got after it on the backboards. What a complete game for this guy.
That one goes in.
You see the instincts of Curry on the interior. Defenders might be lurking. This guy too good.
Highland passes to Westbrook. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an edge.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Kuminga. His 3-pointers off the mark.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3-ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
Highland misses. The Warriors have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Inside. And Kuminga throws it down.
The defense wants to collapse on Stephen Curry. It gives him a great opportunity to make a pass and have his teammate get a good look.
Now, here is George. D right on him. Yes, that goes in. Guys, 7 times the lead has changed hands here now.
Yeah, that number should easily top double figures before it's over.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. Moody's checked in for Golden State. Andrew Wiggins comes in for Moody. And then for the Clippers, Plumlee is checked in for Zubac. And it's James Harden in for Highland. Harden against Paul. Outside Curry. In the corner, it's Wiggins. The 15-footer. Tries again. Looney. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Mason Plumlee.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
No good on that one. And we've heard defensive-minded players, Greg, say, man, everything is a foul nowadays. You can't even touch the guy. You can't defend. Do they have a point?
It's getting tough, isn't it? I mean, you can't use your hands. You have to be set. It's almost like they want defenders to be traffic cones.
That one is no good. And so Powell will bring it up for Los Angeles. Westbrook with a wide open look. Buries the long-range jumper. And it's a 4-point Clipper lead.
Russell Westbrook has never been shy about letting it fly, and if he gets cooking from deep, boy, it is scary.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much, guys. Now, culture is thrown around a lot in the NBA, but the Warriors team has it in spades, and Kevon Looney says the way we play is the way the locker room is. It's fast, loose, and disciplined. As long as you work, you're able to enjoy what you're doing. Everyone has input, and I think the biggest thing with our culture is we always talk about playing with joy. Kevin?
And they do. Love it, David. Good stuff. Thank you so much. Now Kuminga after Westbrook's missed three. Paul outside. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Teardrop shot, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on George. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
So far in this one, guys, it's been the shooting, in particular from mid-range. That has been huge for them.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And Kawhi Leonard comes in for Russell Westbrook. Now here's Leonard, still without a basket. From deep three-point land, Warriors with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Wiggins kicks it to Looney. Pass to Kuminga. Outside Curry. There's a good screen. Looney down low. Working on Plumlee. There's Kuminga. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Kuminga's got the game tied up here for the Warriors. The Clippers have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. George against Curry. George passes to Tucker. It's rebounded by Kuminga.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now here's Paul. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. It's Curry outside. And another three for Golden State.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Green, he's checked in for Kuminga. And it's Klay Thompson in for Stephen Curry. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Russell Westbrook in for Paul George. Now here's Leonard. He has yet to score. Paul against Harden. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
So here are the Clippers. It's a 3-point game. The shot's good from Westbrook.
Boy, he's putting pressure on the defense. That's 2 from downtown this period.
Here is Paul. Pass to Wiggins. Golden State moving the ball around. Here's Thompson, and there's the drive. Can't hit that one. Plumlee with some nice D. L.A. has gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. Westbrook kicks to Harden. Harden sets the pick for Westbrook. To the wing right side. 6 to shoot. Now the pass to Leonard. Launches it. The Warriors pull it in.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Now Foul Paul. Kawhi Leonard missing from long range. Here's Thompson. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Puts up a three. And Westbrook pulls it down. Into the lane. Over Thompson. And he hits the buzzer.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
And to me, the way you end quarters impacts how you end the game. It can go a long way between a W or an L.
Russell Westbrook has been leading the charge for the Clippers. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Steve. Some great engagement defensively. What's happening that's good at that end of the floor?
I think they're just playing hard, rotating, playing for each other, and I think they've done a better job of avoiding fouls and just playing through.
Steve, thanks for your time. Back to you.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
Greetings, everybody. Before we review the first half, let's take an early season peek at how the Western Conference is shaking out so far.
Well, looking at the Warriors, it's still early, and we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but right now, they are easily the best team in the league.
Well, we knew they'd be good, but we didn't know they'd be this good. And let's get into this first half. A super close game for the Clippers so far.
The effort we've seen from the bench so far, it really helps to keep this kind of depth. Guys who can come in on the offensive end and they don't miss a beat.
Makes things a little easier on the starters, but in the second half, they're going to have to bring it as well.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game, he has been everywhere.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy, ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
So with Paul on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. The championship core of the Warriors is out there. Curry and Thompson in the backcourt, with Green working at power forward. Wiggins is out there with Looney. Now Thompson, after the missed three from Stephen Curry. Jacks up a three. Plumlee with the rebound. The Clippers in the lead. And Doris, how about Mason Plumlee? Last season changing to shoot set shots left-handed after almost a decade in the NBA.
Kevin, this is one of the most remarkable things I've ever seen. To his credit, it worked. Career highs for Plumlee from the field. So much of this is about confidence.
And here is Los Angeles now after the missed three from Stephen Curry. A nice shot by Tucker. Golden State's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
It would be easy to take for granted the greatness we see every time Stephen Curry hits the floor. Another special performance right now.
And that one is good. Harden's got the lead up to 4 now for the Clippers.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Now, here's Thompson. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Oh, Curry, so accurate from three-point range.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first three of the half, there'll be more in store.
And Leonard has it in the corner. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
3 ball.
Leonard's got the lead back up to 4 now for the Clippers. Now a timeout called by Golden State. And now let's bring you the list of the top 3-point shooting teams over the course of the past 10 games. The Clippers third.
The main factor, I think, is the great spacing. That has led to wide open long-range shots, and that's why we see the great numbers from the 3.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Chris Paul is on the back 9 of what will be a Hall of Fame career, but he's not ready to hang it up just yet. He said, I don't know if I can ever retire because the emotional roller coaster that you go on during a game, for real, there's nothing like it. His love of the game has never been in question, Kevin. Back to you.
Yeah, you're right, David. Never in question. Hey, thanks for that story.
Now, Kawhi Leonard understands when and where to deliver the ball to his teammates. Pretty play.
And there's the call on Curry. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Curry against Harden. Passes it to Leonard. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. No good with the elbow jump.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Over in the corner, Green. Looney finds Thompson. Three-pointer, Wiggins. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Wiggins has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And the Clippers call time here. Jonathan Kuminga, he's checked in for Green. Russell Westbrook's checked in for the Clippers. Clippers leading by 3. Pass to Plumlee. Back to Leonard. Westbrook with a screen for George. A three-pointer is right on target. George has got 9.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
Thompson surveying the floor. And the foul on Harden. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
And that one misses. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Here's George. The layup off target. Warriors trail by 4. Wiggins with it. Westbrook picks him up. And it's Wiggins missing.
I'll tell you, everything went right in terms of execution. He just can't get it to go.
And George, here we go. And it's Klay Thompson with the rebound. Warriors have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. And you look at Paul George, Doris. He really fits any system you can think of.
But Kevin, that's about 2 things. The skill set and the mindset. If you need him to take over, he can change and get that line of thinking in his mind. You want him to play a secondary role, he can adjust there mentally as well.
Outside for Curry. 6 on the shot clock. Down low, Looney.
Boy, the ground Russell Westbrook can cover. It's incredible. The speed, the wingspan, breathtaking.
Shot is good in the Los Angeles leads. Cut to just 1 on the basket from Klay Thompson.
This guy, a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive, scoring the ball.
Harden against Curry. Now, here is Harden. Defense right on him.
But just another day at the office for Mr. Harden. Once again, making his way to the foul line.
The Clippers have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
Taking 2 shots.
The first one falls. And some changes here for the Warriors. Garuba comes in for Kevon Looney. And it's Paul in for Curry. And then for Los Angeles, Ivica Zubac has checked in for Plumlee, and Norman Powell subbed in for George. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And it's Paul with the ball for the Warriors. They trail by 3. 1:25 left to play in the third. Thompson outside for the tie. And another 3 for Golden State.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here's Westbrook. 13 points in the game. Beyond the arc. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Paul outside. Pass to Garuba. Clock at 4. For the lead. And Paul lays it in. Paul's got his second bucket of the night.
You have to stay under control and don't let the dwindling shot clock pressure you. For Chris Paul, that's never a problem.
Now here's Westbrook. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Here's Harden. Los Angeles with another miss.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Wiggins passes to Kuminga. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Kuminga sets a screen for Thompson. All 3 off the mark. And here's Leonard. Puts up a deep 3. And no good in the last second attempt this time. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. The Warriors on top. They finish off the third quarter with a 13-5 run. Live from Chase Center, you're watching 2K Sports. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. So with Harden on the bench, here's who Teron Lue's going with. Bones Highland is out there with Russell Westbrook. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's George. And it's Powell in the power forward position. Now here's Paul following the miss by Russell Westbrook. George a screen on Highland. George outside. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. George has got the lead up to 5 now for the Warriors. Paul against Highland. Over Paul. Highland misses. Diversified scoring in this one for him.
I love when everyone can get involved, a full team effort.
Clippers trail by 5. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
The pass to George. For the 3. Highland's shot is good.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Here's Curry with the drive. Kicks it out to Paul. Kuminga dishes to Curry. Kuminga sets a screen for Curry. Over Westbrook. Curry can't get it to go. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Westbrook, no good. And here are the Warriors now. The lead is 2. Moody the pass to Kuminga. Here's Curry. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Stephen Curry, guys, is going to be remembered as the greatest shooter in the history of the sport. But we should not sleep on the amount of winning this guy has done as well.
2 shots.
First free throw is good. Andrew Wiggins, he's checked in for the Warriors. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Harden's checked in. And both free throws good for Curry. Clippers trail by 4. And here's Westbrook from the arc. Warriors with the rebound. Curry's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Wiggins, a screen on Westbrook. Curry through traffic. Count it! Oh!
If there's anybody who understands how to finish through contact, it's Steph Curry. Boy, has he drawn his share of fouls over the years. Knocks that one down. 4 triples for the night. 3 in the first half.
Warriors leading by 3. And it's Paul penetrating. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 5 assists tonight.
There's an elusivity to Chris Paul's play. He's got the knack to get into the teeth of the defense and make something happen.
Zubac with the screen for George. Pass to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. And at this point of the game, getting a break here, important for the teams to regroup, and for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. Get ready to play strong to finish off the game. Some changes here for the Warriors. Looney's checked in for Jonathan Kuminga. Green comes in for Moody. And it's Klay Thompson in for Paul. And then for Los Angeles, Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Norman Powell. Mann subbed in for Russell Westbrook. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, guys. Well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the last timeout. He asked his team to dig deep. He said, I know you're tired, but they're tired too. It's about who can give more than the other guy at this point. Show me what you can give. Back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated.
And Kevin, after being unable to find the net in the first half, they sure seem to be a different team here in the second.
Here's George. Again, Los Angeles.
Wow. How about Paul George commanding the basketball when his team needs a basket? Go to work, sir. Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
And that last out-of-bounds violation is going to be contested. Coach's challenge has been issued here.
And this is the exact type of play that I think is perfect for a review. Coaches,
The previous play is under review.
to definitively determine the out-of-bounds call.
And depending on what point in the game it is, boy, it can have a huge impact on the game. So many games coming down to just one possession. Each possession so critical.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
So we just got word from the NBA Replay Center via the official courtside administrator. And the original call will stand for the out-of-bounds violation.
And, you know, and some people might argue that, hey, we're stopping the game, but this uses up a timeout, so that's technically already a break that could happen regardless of the call staying the same.
Outside Leonard. Clippers moving the ball around. Pass to George. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter.
What great body control from the all-star forward. Paul George, so skilled at keeping his composure under pressure.
Curry kicks it to Looney. Wiggins drives in. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Second personal foul.
Yeah, the defender all over.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Warriors?
I'm in love with how they're moving the basketball all game long, and also their ability to move without the ball. That style just makes it so difficult to defend.
Boy, the long ball has been another point of emphasis for this group tonight. Their shooters are finding open spaces and firing without hesitation.
Now here's Harden. He's looking for Wiggins and finds him. Green against Leonard. Green dishes to Curry. Back to Green. Ball is not loose. Leonard with the steal. Here's man. Count it, and the foul. That one on Thompson.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. And here are the Warriors now. Curry looking it over. On the wing, Wiggins. Back to Curry. Nice take from Curry. Chalk up 2 there. Curry's got 15 points here in the second half.
Big sequence there, guys. Curry takes it upon himself to take and make the big bucket.
Zubac, a screen on Wiggins. George against Wiggins. Zubac, the pass to Harden. Back to Zubac. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. And the Clippers lead by 1.
Wow, they needed a bucket, and Zubac answers the call big time.
Here's Curry. Good D by Harden. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Clippers. One-on-one fast break. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
How big might this sort of mistake play out? You never know, but sometimes these are game changers.
The Warriors have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Green with a screen for Curry. To the middle. Green, no luck. Los Angeles has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Harden finds George. Green by Zubac. Lets it go from deep. Oh, they get it back. The 3 from George. Knocks down the trifecta.
He's such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
So, guys, it comes down to this.
Time for your stars to shine.
Green with a screen for Curry. Pass to Wiggins. Thompson inside the line. Yes! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
And again, the Clippers turn it over. This is a huge possession.
And this is where all the hard work pays off. You have to be able to execute under pressure.
There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Curry wide open. Bullseye!
Steph Curry so cool under pressure. Big moment, no matter. He's ready.
And the Clippers call time here. They trail by 1. 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, what's your take?
This is where great coaching can pay dividends.
This is a chance to take the lead, so you've got to draw a play to make it happen.
9 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Outside Leonard. And Harden launches it from deep. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling up the W. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's gonna happen. How is this thing gonna play out?
And now, let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline for our player of the game. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Stephen. Even for you, rare form tonight. How do you do that?
A lot of work. God's blessed me with a lot of talents, and I just have a lot of confidence. My teammates have confidence in me, so for me to just continue to play hard, stretch my imagination, what I can do, and just let it flow.